Alright, so maybe we just wrap it up then. Oh god.
Wrap it before you die.
I
don't know where that came from. I don't think that's going to be relevant to anything.
That's alright.
Except the bachelorette party.
Oh. Part of my job, at least the day of the wedding, like the actual event, we went and set up and everything, and then we came back and did makeup, and then the boys left, and I don't even know what they did.
I don't know what they did either. They probably went and like hit up a club or something. Who knows?
We were trying to like finish getting ready. There was like a basement, and we were down in the bottom floor, and the boys had half and we had half, and we were like getting ready on our side, and I was helping Randy with her hair as best as that I could.
that was like my main panic moment of the day. I think hair wasn't working the way we wanted it to.
No.
Not
even close. And then we had a thing with the dress, and like we laced the corset up all the way, and then there was like an eyelet that we missed, and so I was like, I'm on it! Like trying to rip it, and she's like, just leave it, it'll be fine, nobody's even gonna notice, and it ended up being fine anyway. But one of my favorite parts about being Randy's Maid of Honor was there's not very many times that I get to be as flamboyant as I really would like to be. And
you have like a secret inner hidden little flamboyant gay guy.
It's true. Like his name is like Kevin. And Kevin comes out, Randy's husband, and I.
Still weird to say, by the way.
Agreed.
It's been 6 months.
It's true. We've been like pretty good friends since they have been together, and he's a huge Star Wars fan. And so did I say Hugh or did I say huge? He's a huge. He's a huge. I decided that it would be like really funny if I dressed up as a stormtrooper, and when he turned around and thought it was Randy standing there in her pretty dress, and he was gonna like cry, me, whatever. No, it was me. Like turn around in a friggin' stormtrooper costume, and then we're pretty like similar, and we both had like long red hair, similar build, similar height. Yeah, same height. We walk the same, like similar body type.
Have the same shoes.
Yeah, same shoes. And so my first thought, like as soon as he turned around, I was like, oh god, don't touch my butt, because that's like his thing. And so I like ripped my helmet off, and I was like, no, don't touch me, it's Karen, not your wife, right? One of the hiccups that we had was guests started showing up like super early.
Oh yeah.
Like an hour.
Which, weird. If you know our friends, you know if people don't show up on time ever. So.
We were still trying to take pictures like on top of this building where the venue was and everything. And people are like up there checking things out, and I'm like, okay, what do I do? So the photographer's like, okay, well we have to like get them out because I have to, and I was like, get out! And they're like, what? And I was like, no, seriously, get out. Another thing, if you want to do a toast or a speech, that's my jam. So I love giving speeches, so I was stoked. Check with the best man to make sure, like, okay, so mine, not to toot my own horn or anything, but like mine was funny. And it was, my mom cried though. Like, I don't know.
It was sweet. Like, it was an analogy for like our lives.
Right.
And it was funny. It was a funny analogy, but I can see where she would cry.
Okay. So, like, it was definitely made people, like, gut laugh, and I was joking about the fact that I'm single, and, like, here comes Steve, blah, 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 ruining our lives, right? So, all of these things, and then it's, like, so everybody's like, oh, yeah, go Karen, like, laughing, whatever, and then Brandon comes on, Steve's best man, and, like, makes everybody cry with this, like, super touching, like, emotional, heartfelt speech, and I was like, ooh.
Did I do that right?
I feel like he should have gone first. And they didn't have their vows written.
No. you'll understand. If you're planning a wedding, you'll understand. Vows come last.
Not like 2 minutes before the ceremony, Randy. Like literally.
No.
Yes.
I didn't have my dress on yet. There's picture proof.
Okay.
I was still getting ready.
Okay. Definitely, if you're giving a speech, make sure, if you want to keep it surprise, cool, totally understand that. I'm glad that I didn't run it by them first, but I feel like I should have at least ran it by the best man, or at least just been like, hey, I'm trying to make people laugh. Do you want to go first, or do I want to go first? Just a thought. As a maid of, at least me as a maid of honor, are at the bride's beck and call on the wedding day. And if something's going wrong, it's partly your responsibility to be like, you know, get rid of the problem, do anything like that. I know that we had like a potential like problem that could have happened, and I was like, I'll take care of it.
Another bridesmaid came in from Iowa. Something that was a little bit of an oddball to a lot of people. They were like, who is this girl? Why is she a bridesmaid? But
you're like, I don't know.
I really wanted it to be something special for Steve, so I wanted to make sure I included her, and then I really wanted to do something really nice for them. Kind of went all out.
It's true. We had like bows, like copper bows, because their colors were, do you say maroon or burgundy?
No, it was burgundy.
Burgundy, turquoise, or teal.
Teal. Not
There's
not
a big
turquoise.
difference.
There's a huge difference.
So burgundy, teal, and copper. I was in a kappa dress from head to toe, like full sequin, like this.
Might as well
but in a
this.
dress, in a dress form.
I got them little Hershey's Kisses necklaces.
Those were super cute, yes.
I kind of wanted, so I know a lot of people do get like not jewelry for their bridal
like you
party.
tied the knot.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I thought like kisses were cute because that's kind of like the main focal point of a ceremony is like a kiss. So
the roses that are really cool. They're like metal.
No, they're forever roses.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
And they're actual roses, but they dip them in epoxy, and then they coat the stem in like gold, and then they're like outlined in gold. The rings, the stones are kind of like a
peachy,
like almost like, you know, copper, kind of. Not really, but.
So that was really cool. And that was like I totally wasn't expecting it type of thank you thing. So that was really cool. One thing that I will say is, as a maid of honor, one of your biggest things is, gonna be completely honest, totally forgot about the bridal shower.
Yeah, I didn't even really think about one until somebody invited me to one recently.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I did collect like gifts and stuff at the wedding too.
Yeah.
Oh, and one thing with the photography, if you are with the bride and you're doing like group pictures, if you have ideas, share them.
Yep.
Because
there's so much going on that day. Like, typically I'm like, have all these ideas for photos like all the time, but like that day there's so much going on, and like you're trying not to be stressed out, but it's a stressful situation to get everything together in one day for like an hour long.
And as a bride too, because like I mean with you it was very open, and you know, like me and Jen were both like, how about we do this, or how about we do this, but some brides might be very like, no, we're gonna do this, this, and this, which is fine. But if maybe as a bride, opening your mind just a little bit, even just to snap a couple pictures, that could be something that like your maid of honor thought of is just kind of a cool concept, I think. Sitting on a cooler was not a good idea. Just sit like this. I think that the biggest thing is just make sure that the day is supposed to be about the couple and the bride. And so if you have one of those brides that's like, you're gonna wear the lavender floor length,
one shoulder,
poofy sleeved thing, because that is exactly what she's wanted since she was a 4-year-old watching Cinderella. I don't care. When it comes to your day, you'll understand. Thankfully, it wasn't like that at all.
I wanted people to still like me after I got married.
If your bride is freaking out,
figure out a way to actually calm her down.
That
works for her.
Cold feet is a real thing.
what do I tell her? Like, if you don't want to do it, jackpot is like 3 hours away.
You want to keep your composure for the bride because she's, like you said, she's already under a lot of pressure. It's like, even though it is about the couple, like, you're there for her. Yeah. Like, you know.
The best man is there for the groom
for the groom.
Do whatever they do.
Yeah.
And that weird, strange island that men live on, I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea. Yeah. I don't even know where men live. So there's that. Reel it back. So now we've touched on a million things. I'll create a little like checklist for the end so that we can make sure that we gather up all the thoughts. If you guys actually make it through the end of the video, maybe I'll put it at the beginning too, so that you don't have to watch the whole thing. But
I'm kidding, they want to watch the whole thing.
Of course, look at us. Awesome. Right? About it, if somebody asks you to be their maid of honor, that doesn't mean you have to say yes. If you don't think you're up for the job, don't take it.
Yep.
So, that's the only thing. So I just wanted to say thanks, and now I have kind of some idea on how to be a maid of honor.